Title: Game Over. Neil Everett, iconic SportsCenter anchor, bounces off ESPN amid budget slashes. TLDR. Iconic SportsCenter anchor Neil Everett gives ESPN the red card amid the network's increasing cutbacks. The well-loved broadcaster's departure is part of a larger trend as familiar faces are getting off the ESPN field. And Neil says it's not about the money. So, what's really going down? The hallways of ESPN are starting to look like a ghost town, with some of our favorite familiar faces pulling the ripcord and parachuting out. The latest? None other than Neil Everett, the charismatic SportsCenter anchor whose quick wit and banter have given us life during those late-night reruns. Everett, who's been dishing out top-notch sports coverage and insightful commentary for years, told Front Office Sports that his exit wasn't driven by dollar bills. So then, what's the real endgame? Everett's unexpected departure isn't an isolated incident. ESPN, the titan of sports broadcasting, is undergoing some dramatic shakeups, mirroring the tumultuous off-season trades we often see on the field. Is ESPN the new NBA? ESPN's shift feels like a halftime locker room talk that's gone awry, with key players being traded or outright released. It's a shift that's raised more than a few eyebrows and blood pressures, given the network's stature and influence. But here's the real kicker: while ESPN undergoes its transformation, what does this mean for the loyal viewers glued to their screens? And how will it impact the quality and depth of sports coverage we've come to expect and love? As Neil Everett bids adieu, we're left to wonder who'll fill his shoes and keep us entertained during those late-night sports rundowns. And, more importantly, how is ESPN planning to navigate these choppy waters and keep its audience hooked? Disclaimer: any reference to financial matters in this article is not to be taken as investment advice. This article is solely informational and does not represent the views or opinions of Turned Up News. Now here's the question for all of you sports junkies and ESPN aficionados: how do you feel about these changes? Can ESPN bounce back from this shake-up, or are we witnessing the slow fade out of a once dominant network? And who do you think should take over Neil's spot at the SportsCenter desk? Let the debates begin.